So unless you have questions, we will let's proceed to the next law, and that is on the labor code 1248. We will be holding a bit long class, no, para ang mangyari kasi we will, after this we will have two more meetings, and the last two more meetings, meaning tuloy two more meetings where I will be discussing, in other words, after this there will be a next meeting wherein I will discuss two laws, that is on three: SSS, central bank, and insurance, no? So tatlo. After that, we will meet, and hopefully, baka hindi natin matapos next meeting, we will meet for finishing these three laws that I mentioned, and then that would be also the time for our consultation. So that comes final week, we will relax already. Okay? So yun po yung ating. So two meetings na lang, girls. Be, kuya, two meetings na lang. Tayo, magkikita-kita naman tayo next year. Madali na lang po ito. And take note, two meetings, 20 points pa din yan. No? Kasi tatawagin ko kayong lahat. So itinapos ko muna yung excuse last time. After dua, meron po na tayo sa next na recitation. Okay. Labor code. Labor code. When you talk about labor code, it talks about employment. It talks about what are the things, benefits that the law grants to employees. And at the same time, what are the duties of the employees? In the same manner, what are the rights of the employers? No? They will require you, for example, to stay beyond 8 hours as overtime if the needs arises. And also, what are their rights? No? Can they fire employee? Yes, they can, for valid and just causes. So labor code. Before we proceed, I would like to emphasize that labor code applies only to people, to persons, individuals working in a private sector. So if you are a government employee or an employee connected with any of the instrumentality, office of the government, then you are not covered by the labor code. You're covered by civil service code. Now, and another thing, our discussion based on our curriculum is centered only on labor standards. In fact, not all of the things under labor standards. Because when you talk about labor code, there are two books or two topics. We have the labor standards, and the other one is labor relations. I tend to forget this. Labor relations. When you talk about labor relations, of course, with the word relations, what is the relationship of an employer and an employee? And along those, what are the rights of both of them relative to the employment? What are the things that an employer may require or may impose as a pre-qualification before an employee gets hired? That's it. Or what would be the post-qualification, something like that. So that falls under labor relations. When can we say that an employee is an employee, a worker is an employee? I may be working to you, but I am not your employee. I could be a consultant. I could be a project worker, meaning my security of tenure is not continued. It's not continued. It's there only for a certain project, for a certain task, for a certain time. So again, all of these things that I mentioned falls under that second category or portion of the labor code, and that is on labor relations. Our topic right now deals on labor standards. And when you say labor standards, these are the minimum requirements, minimum benefits, monetary benefits that the law requires an employer or employers to give to their employees. Ano ba yung mga karapatan? Ano ba yung mga monetary benefits na bibigay natin sa kanila? Again, take note, minimum. Because when you say minimum, yun yung saad ng batas. In other words, employer cannot go less than what is prescribed by the law. Even if there is an agreement, that agreement would be voided because contrary to law. Even if signed by the employee, sabi ng employer, hindi, pumirma naman si Jaren eh. Alam niya naman na ang sweldo niya 580, eh, hindi naman namin kaya, pinapirma ko siya, pumayag na siya sa 400. Eh, wala na ako napaglabag doon. No. That waiver is invalid because that's contrary to law. The law fixes this much as the minimum wage, and that should be followed regardless of an agreement or regardless of whether or not the employee has agreed. Because normally, the employee will agree. Wala na siyang mapupuntahan, wala siyang matrabahuan, parang ganon. Okay? So that is on labor standards. Okay, what else? Before we... So now, but if an employer and employee may enter into an agreement, usually in a form of a collective bargaining agreement, CBA, and this CBA grants higher benefits than that provided for by law, then that is okay. That should be respected. The contract between two parties are the laws among the parties. So therefore, that must be complied in good faith. Okay? So yun po yung sabi niyo. So labor standards, let's start now. So then, conditions of employment. Ano ba yung mga, we talk about employment of course, you know po. So mga condition, ano ba yun? Oras, pera, saan ka pupunta, bayad ba ako, parang ganito. So all of this fall under book 3 of the labor code, that is on condition and employment. So let's start our discussion with normal hours of work. Kabakungan, are you around? Katrina?
Yes po, sir.
Hi, hello, good
Hello
afternoon.
po. Good afternoon.
So, may nagtatrabaho ba sa bahay nyo? I mean, sa company?
Meron po yung kapatid ko po.
Okay. So, ilang oras siya nagtatrabaho sa company niya sa isang araw?
Mga ano po, 8 hours.
Anong oras yung pasok niya?
Minsan po, 9
Okay.
a.m.
Hanggang?
Hanggang ano po, 4.
4. Okay. And then, minsan, sabi mo minsan?
Minsan po, 7 a.m.
Simula yun dahil sa COVID or noon pa?
Noon pa po, ganun na po.
Noon pa.
Yes.
So yun yung sinasabi ko na pwede pababain yung normal hours of work, kagaya ng sinasabi ni Miss Katrina, no? Pwede pababain, pero hindi pwede pa lalampasin. So dito sa normal hours of work, ilang oras ba ang sinasaad ng batas na dapat lang magtrabaho ang isang employee?
It states po na normal hours of work shall not exceed 8 hours po.
And usually, in your observation, kailan yan magsimula ang norm?
Po.
Anong oras magsimula? Usually?
Mga 9 a.m.
9 hanggang?
9 to 5.
9 to 5?
8 to 5 po, sir.
Okay. Ikaw ha? Binabawasan mo ha? Talagang binabawasan mo talaga, Katina.
Hindi po, sir.
So malugi business natin yan. So that is 8 hours. So normally, I'm not yet through, no? Normally, it's 8 to 5. 8 to 5 po yun siya. Mamaya na natin, but sure, alam mo, okay, magmamadali, may lunch break po kasi. So 8 to 5, 8 to 9, 10, 11, 12. Tapos 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 8 hours. So yun po yung normal hours of work. But the law does not state na dapat 8 to 5 ha? Hindi. Because there are companies who adopts different work shift. Diba? Alam mo yung mga work shift, ma'am?
Hindi po ako aware, sir.
Hindi ka aware. So, mayroon pong afternoon shift, mayroon po yung graveyard shift, di ba? Pero 8 hours pa rin yan siya. Mayroong 8 to 5. In fact, sa Makati, kadalasan 9 to 6. Okay? Kasi Sabi ng mga empleyado, ang mga malls nag-open dati 10, ngayon 11. Pag mag-open tayo 8, lugi tayo kasi wala namang tao pang pumapasok. Nagbabayad na tayo sa empleyado natin. Nagbe-makeup lang. Not all, ha? Ganun. So, they adopt this policy na 9 to 6. Wala pong problema doon for as long as it is 8 hours. Mayroon naman 10 o'clock in the morning until 6 o'clock in the fine. So, in fact, there are 3 shifts in a day, no? So, mayroong 8 to 5, mayroong 6 to, ano ba yun? Tapos 10 to 6 in the morning. Now, ano pong mangyayari, Katrina, pag lumampas sa 8 hours ang trabaho?
If lumagpas po sa 8 hours, it's either considered a overtime pero dapat po is napag-usapan and approve siya ng employer.
Okay. So, you're correct that a person who is required, meaning pag sinabi natin required, the initiative comes from the employer. Or permitted. When you say permitted, the initiative comes from the employee herself or himself. Baka marami siyang trabaho. Paano ko ito tatapusin? May hearing si attorney bukas. So, ganito. So, once approved, then fine. Beyond 8 hours, that's considered as an overtime pay. Okay? So, ngayon, entitled po yan siya. And take note that overtime pay should be paid also. And it should be paid based on the hour spent beyond that 8-hour normal hour. Now, ang tanong, nare-require ba ng employer ang employee mag-overtime? Katrina, mag-overtime ka bukas kasi may hearing po ako ng hapon, so hindi pa natin natapos yung mga dokumento dyan, ang aking mga exhibits dyan, hindi ko pa na-arrange. Mag-overtime ka ng 3 hours.
Yes po, sir. Allowed po siya.
Allowed po yun siya for as long as, again, na-notify ang employer. So, I'll hold on, have some questions pa. So, 8 hours po yun siya. Normal hours. Now, pag nagtatrabaho ka kasi, Katrina, of course, nagpapaganda ka, ganyan. Like, for example, pangit naman pala, hindi pangit ka naman, pangit naman na pumunta ka ng office na wala. So, of course, ang question ko, ang paghanda mo ba papunta ng trabaho, your preparation in going to work, including your travel time from your house, your point of origin, to your destination, that is your workplace, bayad po yun?
Hindi po, sir.
Bakit?
Kasi po hindi po siya part ng duty of the employee.
Yes. In other words, wala siyang function na napunta sa employer. That is her personal. That is her personal. Pero generally, that's the general rule. But there are exceptions. For example, provided ng employee ang service or ni-require ka, emergency, o bayad ka nun. Ibig sabihin, ang oras na pag-alis mo ng bahay mo, bayad, katawagan ka, oy, punta ka dito muna kasi ganito, bayad po yung pagsimula mo pa lang doon, bayad na po yun. Okay? I'll go back to you again. So we have hours of work compensable. So kailan ba, we're talking here about hours of work, no? Kasi all the benefits would be based on hourly rate. Later on, overtime pay, night shift differentials, etc. would be based on an hourly rate of an employee. So hours of work, ito po yun, mga panahon na nandun ka sa opisina. Kahit wala kang ginagawa, pero pinareport ka, responsibility, it's the responsibility of the employer to give you work. The fact that you have no work, then it's not your problem for as long as you are required to stay there. Because in the first place, you are not in control of your time. So you're not productive to your own, interest. So dun ka. So yun po yung sabi dito. Now, driver mo po ako, Katrina. Tapos sinabi mo, driver, let's go. May meeting po ako sa Ayala. Okay. Natural, hindi naman ako magtatanong, anong oras, ma'am? Hindi, pwede, okay. Be ready by 8 o'clock. So I was ready and then hinatid kita doon. 9 o'clock. And then, nag-meeting ka. Natapos ka ng meeting mga, let's say, mga 11. Nag-antay po ako ng 2 hours doon. Tanong, yung 2 hours ko ba na pag-stay ko doon, palagay natin hindi pa ako regular employee, bayad ba yun? Or tatanggalin po yun kasi wala pa akong ginawa?
Bayad po siya kasi as a company driver po, part po siya ng waiting time. That's why compensable po. Bali yung time na allotted sa paghihintay na ni-require naman po ng employer, then kasama na po siya sa
That's very
compensable.
correct. Ay nako, Katrina, ang tagal mo sa taas ha, napapagod na ako. Nagtulog ako doon. Tulog ako doon. Tapos dumating ka na, kumato ka, gising tulog ka. Nakatulog ako ng 3 hours. Bayad mo yun? Tinatulog ako.
Yes po.
Bakit? Sir, ang dami mong tanong ha.
Di po kasi po part pa rin po siya nung work na
At
hinintay po.
yes. Kasi hindi naman siya umalis, nandun na naman siya sa kanyang
Yes po.
kotse. Oo, so nandyan siya, on call siya. Wala naman siyang, ma'am, anong oras ka matapos? Alas 11, sige punta mo na ako sa mall. O, di ba? Iba yun. Anong klaseng driver yun? Di ba? So, ibig sabihin, compensable. Thank you for that, Miss
Thank you po.
Katrina. Yan. Huwag kang alis, Katrina. Masasaktan yung buong klase. Okay. So, we
Opo,
have
sure.
here, tama po yun, yung mga waiting, sleeping during work. So, bilisan ko ha. So, rest period, alam na natin yan. Not compensable, malaga naman bayaran ka, nagpapaganda ka. Hindi po yan, by logic. Sleeping while working, actually, general rule, hindi yan, natutulog ka doon. Hindi. Unlike sa Japan, gusto ng mga Japanese, according sa YouTube na nakikita ko, gusto nila makikita ng empleyado na natutulog doon pag break. Kasi pakita talaga nila na pagod, so therefore engrossed sa trabaho. In our case, tulog. Hindi yan sa dapat bayaran. Okay? Unless provided po yun. Pero may mga times naman kasi na by the nature of your work, you may be allowed to sleep. Pahinante, security guard, for example. No? Hindi naman or during duty. No? At saka depende po kung anong pinagjujutihan mo. Kung pinagjujutihan mo is nagbabantay ka lang ng gate, wala namang activity, tapos may doorbell naman, pwede ka matulog doon. Tapos pag doorbell, bukas mo. Pero kung nagbabantay ka ng bangko, okay, or mga other security installations, hindi po pwede yun. Okay, so that is sleeping while working. Waiting time, we have discussed this already since that's part of part of your work. Travel time, hindi po yan siya bayad. Except lang if during travel, emergency, etc., compensable. Ako, nag-brown out. Bayad ba yan? Blast?
Depende po sa time na mako-consume ng brownout, sir. Pag po hindi nag-exceed ng within 20 minutes, compensable pa din po siya. Pero pag nag-exceed na po ng 20 minutes, hindi na. Kasi ang reason po, pwede nang magamit nung mga employees yung remaining, or pwede na pong umalis yung mga employees para magawa yung mga personal agendas nila or personal errands po nila.
Okay. Ano nga pinagkakaiba ng brownout at blackout? Blackout, pag sinuntok ka tapos tulog ka, blackout.
Pag brownout po, ano lang siya, hindi lang po sapat yung voltage na napoproduce ng electric company or na Meralco, while yung blackout po is complete loss of power po siya.
Okay. So pag blackout, may mga yan, talagang lahat. Baka yung hindi na buong black, no? Blackout. But pag brownout, short interruptions lang yon. So, pwede babalik, pwede hindi. That's why, is your hours spent in the office during brownout, no? Or our hours spent in the office during brownout compensable? You are correct. It depends. It depends on what? On the duration of the brownout, and secondly, whether or not you're doing good for the company. So we have here not exceeding 20 minutes, the rule is compensable. But beyond that, it depends. Kung nandun ka lang naman, nagtatrabaho ka, then fine. Pwede. For as long as your work is not hampered by the fact that there's no electricity. However, if you left, no, alis na, tara, brown out, ang tagal, tara, let's go, punta tayo, mag-ano tayo, ganyan, no? So in that case, hindi po yan siya compensable. Ano to? Yeah, last question for you. Yes, Miss Elaika. Ano to yung rest day?
Yung right po ng mga employees to have day off every after 6 days po ng work nila, dapat magkaroon sila ng not less than 24 hours na pahinga po.
Kulang. 24?
24 hours po.
Ku-
Dapat
ku-
consecutive 6
yes, consecutive. No, yes, consecutive also 24 consecutive hours. Hindi po pwede putol-putol. Kayun po yan. So now, normally, ilang araw ang trabaho sa isang linggo?
6.
6. Kasi kanina we were talking about normal hours which is 8 hours per day. This time, 6 days a week. Ganun po yun. Sinabi ko yung normal because yun naman talaga sa batas. There are 7 days and the law requires that you have to work for 6 days and have a rest of 24 consecutive hours after that last or the 6th day. However, as I said again, there are company policy, practice, customs na tag-5 araw lang. So, swerte ka pag na-apply ka sa company na tag 5 days a week lang sila. So, dalawang day off mo, no? Pero ang paid lang doon yung isa. Now, usually, anong araw nagsisimula yung trabaho?
Monday po.
Hanggang?
Friday po pag 5, pero pag 6 po hanggang Saturday.
Okay. May mga companies ba na pinapatrabaho yung mga empleyado ng Sunday? Tama ba po ito? Or pwede magreklamo yung mga empleyado?
Pwede po sir, kasi ang sabi lang, ay wala naman pong sinabi na specific day dito na dapat sa Monday ka lang pwede mag-start ng workday.
That is very correct. Thank you, Blas. That's a good discussion. So we have here that hindi sinabi ng batas na simula tayo Monday for as long as 6 days. Or, sinabi ko nga, if there's a company policy, 5 days. But the management may require you to go on a Sunday, especially so if the nature of the business requires, and dun sila kumikita, yung mga spa, yung mga restaurants, yung mga services, di ba? They are not, I mean, as I know, I was a lawyer before sa isang mga salon, mga ganito, hindi nila binibigyan ng day off on a Sunday and even a Saturday because that's the time that they are preoccupied by a lot of customers, clients. So allowed po yun for as long as they will be provided, employees will be provided with a rest day. Yun po yun. So pwede magsimula ka ng Wednesday and then kung ano man. But insofar as rest day is concerned, it should be discussed with the employer. Especially so if you have your own preference. And the preference under the law that is recognized is only based on religious ground. There are those who believe that Saturday is the rest day. So sabihin mo na, Sir, Sabado po, hindi po kami required magtrabaho based on our belief sa religion. And then, pwede ako magtrabaho linggo if that's a 6-day period, 6-day hour. Okay? So that is on the rest day. Okay, go ahead. Ano tong night shift differentials?
Sir, yung night shift differential ata yung pagkagabi ka magtratrabaho, dapat may increase ng 10% yung sahod.
Okay. Correct na medyo kulang. Shaira, that's correct, paggabi. Pero, kailan ba magsimula yung gabi?
10 o'clock po, sir.
Gabi na yun. 6 o'clock, hindi pa gabi yun sa'yo.
6 o'clock po magsisimula.
Hindi, tama ka 10 o'clock pero yun, naguguluhan na tuloy sa'yo. Because you were saying na paggabi. So, saan muna tayo sa law of science? Physics. Physics ba yun? Okay, physical science, not physics. Na, kailan mo masasabi paggabi na?
6 po, sir. 6 p.m.
6. So, usually 6 kasi nga yun yung wala nang
araw, sir.
correct. Tama ka. Physical science. Wala nang araw. So, doon po nagbe-base na, 6 o'clock na. Okay? So, wala naman. Sa atin yan, kasi sa ibang bansa, ang araw nandun pa, no? Na-experience, probably experience yun nag-abroad na, oh, ang ganda, na alas 8 na, nandun pa yung araw sa taas. Like, oh, man, it's cool, di ba? Sakay ng train, alas 7 yun ang araw na sa taas. Di ba ang klase ito? I'm the other side of the world. Oh, yabang, no? Anyway, so 6. Now, 6 o'clock is already considered as evening, and it's beyond already an 8-hour work if it starts at 8 or it starts at 9. So, gabi. Pero yung sa night shift, anong oras sa gabi magsimula po?
10 o'clock, sir.
Kailan matapos?
6 a.m. po.
6 a.m. Okay. Tapos, ilang percent ang increase?
10%, sir.
Ng ano?
10% nung minimum wage ba yun?
Minimum wage ng? So, sa isang araw, bigyan mo daw ako ng example. Ako.
Regular. Sir, ano po yun?
Okay. Employee po ako. I am earning 800 pesos a day. Okay? And then, ang trabaho ko is 8 o'clock until 5 o'clock. Okay? Tapos, pinagtrabaho mo po ako ng 6 o'clock hanggang 12 o'clock midnight. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Ilang hours po ako entitled ng night shift differentials?
2 hours, sir?
2 hours, because that would be from 10 to 11, 11 to 12. The 6 to 9 there, I will be entitled to overtime pay. Pero pag umabot na ng 10 o'clock yan, regardless na hanggang sa umaga, that should be considered as night shift. I'll get back to you, Miss Sarah. So we have here 10 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the evening, 6 o'clock, night shift differentials, 10%. So kung titingnan mo, ang mangyayari po ito, in our example, you divide my pay in a day by 8. So that makes it 100 pesos per hour ko on a normal hour's work. Now, if I will be required to go on a night shift work, starting at 10 o'clock, I will be entitled to 10% of that 100 pesos. So, ang sweldo ko per hour within that night shift differential period would be 110 pesos. Tama po ba, Miss Balad?
Yes po, sir. Tama po.
Tama. Okay. So, ano naman to yung graveyard shift, Miss Shera? Alam mo to? May mga friends ka na nag-graveyard shift?
Sir, baka yung midnight hanggang alas 8 gano'n ng umaga.
Talaga, wala ka talaga. Yeah, of course. I'm sorry, sir. It's not sorry, sir. I'm not working. Oh, okay. That would be as midnight until 6 o'clock, or 10 o'clock until 6 o'clock in the morning. 10 o'clock until 6 o'clock in the morning. That graveyard. Midnight. So, night shift, I'll call you back. Night shift differentials, yun po, hindi po yun sa mga employees, sa mga retail business, domestic helpers, hindi po yun. Grabe naman, ate, timpla mo ako ng kape, kuya, alas 10 na night shift ko. Hindi naman ganon. Okay? Kasi nga, complete or package po yung kanilang sweldo. Or managerial employees. Because if you are a manager, you are paid not because of the number of hours you spend in the office, but by the output that you deliver. Sabi ko palagi na, tingnan mo yung mga joke, nandyan na si manager, di ba? Pagpasok ng klase, si manager nandyan na. Because ano ba ginagawa ni manager when it comes to, going to office and leaving the office? Anytime. Pag manager ka kasi you are not required to be there at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock as the case may be. You could go there in the afternoon after you have your luncheon or business lunch meeting. Pwede po yun. You may leave even at 3 kung may lakad ka. For as long as at the end of a certain period, you are able to deliver your targets or required of you by the company. Pwede po yun. Kaya nga magjo-joke tayo palagi, no? Nandiyan na si manager, Kasi may sabihin, kararating lang. Field personnel also, like salesmen, they don't have night shift differential because there is no way of accurately knowing whether or not they have really spent their time devoting for company's work. Overtime, we discussed that is 25% of the daily regular wage. No? Ganun po yun siya, 8 hours. But if you are required to work or go overtime on your rest day or holiday, it would be increased to 30%. When you talk about overtime pay, this refers to the number of hours you work beyond the normal 8 hours. When you talk about premium pay, these are compensation you receive on holiday, special day, or your rest day. Last question, Ms. Balan.
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Ang pasok ko is 8 to 5 araw-araw, Monday to Friday. Ngayon, pumasok ako ng 9 o'clock, na late po ako. Undertime ako. Since hourly rate ako, kulang ako ng isang oras, 7 lang. Pwede ko ba mag-extend ng 6? Sabihin ko sa employer ko, ma'am, I arrived 9 o'clock na late na po ako, 1 hour. So instead of leaving work by 5, I will stay until 6 to compensate the period lost in the morning. Pwede po yon?
Sir, pwede po siguro kung pumayag po yung employer. Yung boss nyo, ganun.
Napaka-kind na employer. Basa!
Shall not be offsetable. Sir, ano po?
Basa? Undertime?
Undertime work on any particular day shall not be offset by overtime work on any other. So, hindi po siya pwede.
So, kahit papayag yung employer, pero pagdating sa HR, ang i-compute ng HR talaga, undertime ka talaga. Sabi niya, pumayag employer, hindi po pwede. Pag ganyan mangyari, late na lang ako lagi. Anytime, maaga ako ngayon, 6 o'clock. Nandito naman ako sa nag-party-party. So ngayon, kaya ko pa to. Sige, pasok na lang ako 6 para alis ako ng, let's say, 3. Hindi po pwede. That's regular, normal hours of work as fixed by your contract or as fixed by a company's policy. You cannot go as you please or compensate your undertime by, staying in the office beyond your working hours. Thank you, Ms. Balat.
Thank you, sir.
Sa overtime naman, as mentioned kanina, kailangan mo talaga magpaalam. No? Either you request or you will be required because you will be paid. And most often, pag overtime kasi, it's more of continuity of the work. I have seen, I was an HR manager before, I have seen employees who render overtime kasi nga, hindi pa yun COVID, ganun araw-araw nag-overtime, wala namang nagagawa. Kasi nga umuwi ng probinsya, sakay sila ng BBL, sakay sila ng, alam mo na yun BBL, Jack, ganun. So, 8 o'clock na sila para hindi na maraming tao, wala ng traffic. So, they might as well daw overtime. That's not allowed unless there is also a need. So, minsan, pagdating sa HR, dinidisapprove po yun. Grabe, dinidisapprove yung aking overtime. It's because you did not follow the rules. Okay? Kailangan mo magpaalam. So, with that, ang ginawa namin, bago ka mag-overtime, pupuntahan mo muna yung head mo. Kung anong department ka, like for example, or partner assigned, papirmahan mo, initialan mo doon so that the HR will consider that you were on your official overtime. Emergency overtime that is allowed. We discussed that already, that if you are an employer, you have this management prerogative to require your employer to go on overtime under the instances found in Article 89. And these are, most often letter B, to save the life, property, or loss, losses of the company. May mga baha or kailangan i-save mga property. Or like for example, you are a mechanic and there is a need for you to stay longer than the normal 8 hours because you have to continue and to complete the repair on a certain machine. Otherwise, the next shift in the evening, 10 until morning, hindi makapagtrabaho. So you may be required. No? Urgent work. The rest are self-explanatory. Right to weekly rest day. Discuss na natin yan kanina. %30. Let's go to the computation. Let's go to the computation. So rules on rest day compensation. The general rule, policy of no work, no pay applies. Kung hindi ka magtrabaho, wala kang sweldo. If the employee reports to work, he is entitled to 100% of basic pay plus additional 30% of his basic pay, a total of 130%. So this is a scenario wherein it is your rest day and then you are required to go to work. So you'll be entitled to 130%. Now, what happens if your rest day falls on a special holiday? A holiday, marami tayong holiday, regular, special, non-working. So pag sinabi natin regular holidays, kadalasan yun yung nakikita natin sa kalendaryo, di ba? Because there is we will discuss that later on. Ito po yung 100% talaga na makikita mo if you are required to go to work on that regular holiday. That's why sinasabi nila na 200% ang income. So here, work performed on any special holiday that falls on your rest day, 30%. Pero pag holiday falls on a rest day pala, it's 50%. Ito po yung mga holiday, letter C, I hold you responsible. No? New Year, Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, etc. Now, these are the things. So this, please take note of this. Rules on payment of holiday pay. If an employee's regular workday, walang holiday, workday, patrabaho siya, holiday ngayon, no? Holiday. Tapos workday mo. Kung hindi ka pinagtatrabaho, you'll be entitled to 100%. That's provided for by law. But kung pinagtrabaho ka, yung sinasabi nila na double pay, 200. And since it is your rest day, then 30% ka pa hourly. Would you imagine? In excess of 8 hours. So, yun po yun. If it is employee's rest day, pina-work ka, 100%, not work, 100%. Pina-work ka, 8 hours, 200, 30% of 200, and so on. So, I hold you responsible for that. We have these holidays, lahat-lahat. Now, there are instances, or there's an instance rather, that 2 holidays consecutively occur. What is the rule there? Ang rule po nun, usually, yung sinabi natin kanina na Holy Thursday and Good Friday. Holy Thursday, no? Holy Thursday and Good Friday. Consecutive holidays. So in order for an employee to benefit these holidays, he must work on a day prior to the first holiday. So dapat, kailangan nagtatrabaho siya. Kaya nga ginagawa ng mga empleyado, lalo na pag Holy Week, kasi wala namang pasok ng Thursday at Friday, mag-work ka ng Wednesday para entitled ka ng benefit ng dalawa. Kasi pag hindi ka mag-work, hindi ka entitled. Or, ang ginawa ng iba, smarter, nireserve na nila yan for leave, di ba? So they are on leave on Wednesday, di ba? So long vacation na, Wednesday leave siya, considered, because if you are on an official leave, that's considered that you're around, no? In other words, that your absence is justified. So you'll be entitled to the 2 holidays. Monthly paid employees are not entitled to holiday pay. What is this right to service incentive leave? Lisbeth?
Hello po, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon po. Ano po siya, sir, if yung employee po is under the service of 12 months or 1 year po sa company po is may ano po siya, may right po siya ng incentive po for 5 days po for the whole year. Na
Okay.
may pay po yun.
Okay, I'll call you later. So tama po yun. Alam natin na ang employee, pag graduate na kayo, apply na kayo, ay, hire kita, Resbeth, okay lang ba sa'yo? You will be a assistant HR manager. O grabe, no? First employment, assistant HR agad. So now, you're hired now, you will be under probationary period for 6 months, di ba? During the 6 months period, the employer has a prerogative whether to extend you after the 6-month period, depending on your performance. This is probationary evaluation period. Okay po. Now, let's just assume that Resbeth has spent or completed the probationary period for 6 months. Under the law, the first day following that 6-month period, when Resbeth is allowed to work, that makes her a regular employee already. So regular ka na. Kaya nga sa batas, naririnig niyo yung 555, di ba? Bakit 555? Kasi may mga employer na they are circumventing the law. Instead of hiring you all throughout, they will let you sign a contract 5 months. And then after 5 months, they will renew that for another 5 months. And then finally, renew that for another 5 months. And then after that, pahinga ka muna. Kasi malalaman na ng DOLE, Department of Labor and Employment, na they're circumventing the law. Because the law provides that if you reach 6 months and 1 day, then automatically you are a regular employee. Pero sa batas natin ngayon, wala na yan. Either you have served more than 6 months continuously or broken, then pwede ka pa rin, idugtong mo yan. You could be considered as regular as long as the summation of those days spent would exceed 6 months. Now, so 6 months ka na, Resbeth, hindi pa entitled ng service incentive. Pagdating mo ng 1 year, 12 months, then you'll be entitled to service incentive leave. Ito po siya, usually 5 days. And then, pwede mo to, Resbeth, magamit anytime for no reason at all. Ayaw ko magtrabaho kasi pagod ako. Mag-leave muna ako. Yan po yun. Yun yung sinasabi natin na service incentive. The law requires around 5 days lang. However, companies, even mga ibang mga companies, mga ano sila, gracious masyado sila. They even give 5 days sick leave and 10 days vacation leave. Ang iba naman, since nabigyan ka na ng 10 days vacation leave, hindi ka na entitled to sick leave. That's fine because more than na. May iba naman na 15. So, ganun po yun. So, take note that sabi ni Resbeth, sick leave is convertible into cash. At the end of the year, ayaw talaga ni Resbeth gamitin niya yun. Ayaw niya gamitin yun. At the end of the year, December time, that should be computed, converted into cash, based on the wage daily, and that would be included as year-end payoff of Resbeth. Now, pag kinonsume niya din, okay lang po. How about vacation leave? Sa vacation leave po iba. Pag hindi mo yan, if the company gives you 10 days, for example, 10 days vacation leave, then you have to consume that one. Because comes January, you cannot, hindi mo pwedeng gawing unearned vacation leave. Yung idagdag mo dun sa forthcoming, no. Or, better still, you convert that into cash. Hindi po pwede. Kaya nga, employees encourage people to go on vacation because, you know, iba talaga pag nakabakasyon ka, refresh. So, pagbalik mo sa trabaho, okay. So, that is on service incentive. 5 years, at least 1 year, 1 year of service. Let's go to wages and salaries. Last question for you, Ms. Resbeth. Anong pinagkakaiba ng wage at ng salary?
Sir, wait lang po. Basahin ko lang po.
Oh, sige, pagpakita natin para
Mm. Ano po, sir? Yung wage po is fixed po siya na payment.
so yung salary hindi.
Wait po. Sir, yung wages po is yung ano po siya, fixed po na payment sa parang sa specific job po, sir. Tapos yung salaries po is yung ano po, pagka yung as a reward or recompense for services performed po, sir.
Parehas lang sila.
Hindi po.
Pag sinabi kasi, okay, correct. Okay, I'll call you again. No?
Sige po.
So, ang tingnan mo, may naririnig ba kayo minimum salary? Minimum daily salary. Meron ba tayong naririnig ganyan? Minimum daily salary?
Sir, gets ko na po.
Okay, sige.
Yung wages po is yung bayad po siya per hour po.
Okay. Yung
Tapos
salary.
yung salary po is yung fixed po.
Okay. So lumalapit na si Resbeth. Thank you. So pag sinasabi kasi natin ng wage, minimum wage law, R1, di ba? So bias masyado yung batas, kaya nga pag sinabi mo, Resbeth, magkano yung salary mo? So meaning, parang medyo taas ang noo kahit kanino. Parang kanta, taas noo kahit kanino. Ibig sabihin, monthly paid ka, salaried, di ba? Pero pag sinabi natin wage, it is more sa mga, you have there, applied sa mga manual, physical labor, low position, di ba? So, yung mga construction worker, di ba? Daily wage yan sila. Pero pag manager ka, salary, di ba? So, ganun po yun. But all of this refer to our services rendered. No? So, if you render a service, then under the law, a fair day's wage for a fair day's labor. Meaning, you'll be given a salary. But you will be compensated. So the compensation there could either be wage or salary, but generally these are interchangeable terms. But technically, when you talk about wage, ito po yung mga sinasabi na blue-collared work. Pag salary naman, white-collared, yung mga matataas ka. So take note here that pag pinatrabaho mo yung tao, hindi kailangan ang agreement you in writing. It could be verbal. So mali po yun, alam natin, we know that in our obligation and contracts, that contracts could also be entered into verbally. So you have here, this is a reiteration of that principle that wages could be in writing or verbal. And a wage could also be for future services to be accomplished or future things to be done, or also those who have been already rendered. Pwede po yun siya. So that is a wage. And we have salary. Yan po yun sinasabi nila. Monthly po yan siya. Now, ang bonus ba, part ba yan siya ng wage? Franz?
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Po ba?
Yes, I could hear you.
Yes, sir. Whether or not bonus form part po ng wages po. Kaso depende po siya sa condition ng payment po ng employer po.
Anong condition ang nakadepende?
It's
Pag,
either
okay.
Ah.
Pag sinabi ko, ay, Franz, okay, so, alam mo, Franz, medyo okay naman yung business natin ngayon. Medyo naka-ano na tayo, naka-recover na tayo dahil level 2 na tayo. So, ay, thank God, naka-bawi-bawi na tayo. But anyway, Franz, ito, comes December, pag umabot yung ating kita, mga 3 million, bibigyan kita ng bonus. Ay, thank you, sir. Now, question, yung bonus ba yan part ng wage? Hindi.
part po siya ng wage po, sir. Kasi doon po magbe-base yung employer mo po kung successful po yung business po.
Read bullet number 3.
But if it's is paid only if profits are realized or certain amount of productivity achieved, it cannot be considered part of the wages.
So,
Hindi po siya part ng wages.
hindi pala siya part ng wage. Ang bonus. So in other words, balikan kita, Franz, no? Pag sinabi, ay, may bonus tayo ngayon. Christmas bonus. Actually, ang Christmas bonus, hindi yan sa required ng batas. Ang 13th month pay ang required ng batas. So pag sinabi pa rin na, Franz, bonus tayo, pag umabot yung 5 million sales natin, bonus po. Yes, bonus po yan. Pero ang tanong, the question is that bonus part of your wage? The answer is no, because it is conditioned on the profitability of the business. Pero pag sinabi ng empleyado na, oh, may bonus tayo, and that is not, what do you call this one, that is not conditioned upon the growth or income of the company, then that is part of the bonus. That is part of the wage. The question is, bakit kailangan natin malaman? Because in the computation of other benefits under the law, the wage is the basis. So sometimes, when you say wage mo ganito lang, Franz, 20,000, pero may bonus ka, which is part of the wage, mataas po yun siya. Malamang abot ng 30,000. So in computing your other benefits should not be based on the 20,000 of your monthly wage, monthly salary rather, but could be higher because those bonus that you receive forms part of your wage. Yun po yung sabi dito. Ano tong minimum wage, Franz?
Sir, ito po yung mga for the agriculture and agricultural employees po, sir.
Ano nga to? Wage, minimum wage. Ano tong ibig sabihin? Di ba nagrarally tayo? May mga nagrarally, pataas na minimum wage natin. Anong ibig sabihin yan?
So ito po yung parang per region po. May mga different minimum wages po kasi. Like for example po, sa Rizal po. Sabihin
Okay.
po natin is 400 po ang minimum wage.
Per
Pero,
day. Lagay mo day. Yan,
per
per day. Okay. Okay, that's correct. Continue.
Pero sa Maynila po, compared po ang sa province po, mas mataas po sa kanila ng 100 pesos po. So kaya
Bakit
po,
kaya? Bakit mataas kaya? I mean, only your imagination or your thought. Ano sa palagay mo? Kasi tama yung sinasabi mo, kaya maraming mga tao dito nagtatrabaho sa Metro Manila precisely because the minimum daily wage here is higher than the rest of the regions in the Philippines. But bakit mas mataas sa Metro Manila?
Sir, ito po kasi yung yung
Hindi. Kung sinabi mo kasi ito yung central office, hindi. Dahil po ito na compare mo daw if you compare kung doon ka naninirahan sa sinasabi mong Rizal, naninirahan ka sa Metro Manila, anong pinagkakaiba? Maliban sa distance.
so siguro po sa cost of living po naman.
That's correct. That's correct. That's the word that I was trying to solicit from you. Thank you very much. So dahil po sa cost of living, yan, mataas kasi dito. Malasin ka dito, pag umihi ka, singilin ka pa, di ba? Dito sa Manila, lalo sa Makati, bawat galaw mo, boom, ano yun? What the, gano'n, no? Bili ka ng, bili ako kasi ako, I mean, chismis mo na to 1 minute, bumibili kasi ako ng galunggong kasi pinapaano ko sa aking dalawang kittens, no? Hilig talaga sila ng gano'n. Ako, pag bumili ako dito, 240. Tapos ano pa? So pag pumunta ako, magbutor ako, punta ko na Botas o sa dun ba, ang dami, tapos ang mura pa, fresh na fresh pa. So cost of living. So because of that, minimum wage, that's correct. Minimum wage rates. Minimum meaning yun po yung sinasaad ng batas na dapat ibigay ng employer sa kanilang, yung sinabi, agricultural and non-agricultural employees. Hindi pwedeng bumaba, pwedeng tumaas. And the minimum wage is fixed by region, by the Regional Tripartite Wage Productivity Board. Yan. Haba. Ito po sila nagde-determine. Tripartite kasi tatlo po yan sila. May taga-labor, laborer, may taga or employees, may taga-employer, management, at gobyerno. Sila pong tatlo magde-decide, kulang na yan, taasan na natin, ang taas na. So they will determine. And it's per region. That's why, tama yung report, tama si Franz, na it varies depending on the region. May isang kaso nga akong hinawakan, maro-maro yung employer, hinire niya sa Bulacan. Kasi dala sa Bulacan eh. Pero pinatatrabaho niya dito sa Caloocan. Oh, nilapit lang. Eh, iba na yun, di ba? Hire ka sa Bulacan, dito ka pinatatrabaho sa Caloocan. Eh, ano yun? Para ang minimum wage mo doon mababa? So, question. Yeah, well, it may be true na dito ako I spend almost daily here, almost every day here. So, mali po yun. Because that should be based on the region. Sometimes, mga employer, din sila eh. Alam din nila, mga abogado rin nagtuturo eh. Hindi naman yan sila masyado maalam. I-hire mo dun sa Bulacan, tapos provider mo lang ng sasakyan dito sa Caloocan. So, wala naman silang alam. Pero, mababa yun. Kumpara mo dito sa atin na 580. 535 plus 50 na COLA, cost of living allowance, 585. Ganito. Thank you, Franz. Payment of wages. Paano ba binibigay yung sweldo? Marie Chris Arceo? Wala? Jaren?
Hello po, sir.
Hi. Basta po.
Okay po.
Basta. Paano ba binibigay yung sweldo? Ano ba to?
Yes po, sir.
Yes. Anong binibigay? Pwede ba yung ginawa sa Valenzuela na puro 10 centavos?
No po, sir. Bali po, ang pag po kasi sa forms of payment po, kailangan po is legal tender po yung binibigay nila sa employees, and yung employer po is hindi po sila pwedeng magbigay ng wage nila sa employee nila na using po yung promissory notes, voucher, coupons, tokens, tickets, cheats, and any object that legal tender even when expressly request by the employee po. So, kailangan po talaga is yung hindi po ma-refuse na payment ng mga...
So, pera. That's correct. So,
Opo.
pera talaga. Bakit pera talaga? In fact, sabi nga dito, pwede check eh. Pero as much as possible, kung mayroong agreement ang employee or ang union at saka yung employer, as much as possible, hindi. Talaga? Pera talaga. Huwag na yung mga bakit palagay mo?
Para po mas madali po nilang ma-disburse po or ma-liquidate po sa sarili nila po. Yun po.
That's
Kasi
correct.
mas madali
Access po yun. And besides,
po.
Go ahead. Jaren?
Yes po, sir.
Madali?
Po?
Madaling ano?
Madali po nilang magagamit po or personal use po nila.
Okay, let me take over. Yes, that's correct. Kasi number one, tapos na po yun, pinatrabahuan na nila yan, kaya nga 1530 or sample, no? So, napatrabahuan na nila, tapos lagyan mo. Nagtatrabaho si Jaren sa akin, for example, sa Rustans, siya doon, Tapos, Jaren, magkano yung sweldo mo? Jaren, 15,000 ngayon yung sweldo mo. Sige, mamili ka dyan ng gusto mo worth 15,000. Pwede ba yun? Ito may gift check. Yan. 20,000 to Jaren, may 5,000 ka pa dito, pare ko nang bahala. That is not even allowed. Even if the law does not distinguish whether the cheat, the coupon, etc. is higher than what you are to actually receive. Hindi po yun. Ang sabi ng batas lang is that kailangan talaga pera. Form of payment, kailangan talaga pera. Saan naman to ibigay yung sweldo? Jaren?
Sir, pwede po yung kung money po, pwede pong sa dun po sa mismong company. And kapag checks po, kailangan po is malapit lang po dun sa mismong workplace nila and not exceeding po yung 1 kilometer po dun po sa pag kukuhanan po nila. Yun po, sir.
Okay, sa bangko. Sa bangko. Ay, Jaren, pakisabi sa mga kasamahan mo sa trabaho na may meeting tayo mamaya sa Shangri-La, tapos mag-party-party tayo. Doon na lang ibigay yung mga sweldo nyo. Pwede ba yun?
No po, sir.
Bakit?
Hindi
Wala
po siya.
dyan, wala dyan. Wala dyan sa special
po?
knowledge mo lang.
For me, hindi po siya, sir, pwede sa mga party po na nandun po. I mean, bawal po siya sa party or any bar po or kahit saan pong events na ibigay po yung sweldo po or wage po
Bakit?
nila.
Bakit?
Kasi po associated po siya sa, ano pa to? Paano ko ba ito sasabihin?
Yeah, correct. Tama. You are there. You are there. You are 2 steps ahead. Kasi associated siya sa
Associated po siya sa parang, nalimutan ko po yung right word.
sige, ako na lang sa right word. Hindi naman kailangan right word, basta tugma. Thank you, Jaren. I'm satisfied with your. So, associated siya sa mga uncalled expenses na talagang nandun ka na, tapos nakainom ka na. Talagang, alam mo naman tayo mga lalaki, di ba? Dyan, and dyan. 3 dyan yan. Nakainom tayo, pumupogi tayo. So, maya-maya dyan, one for the road. Ganoon na lang yan, Pag uwi, wala nang pera, where's the road? Gano'n na. So, mahirap po yun. Bawal po yun. Or, talpakan na. O dyan, ang sweldo mo ngayon, lalagyan lang kita ng load sa talpakan ba yun? Yung online sabong. O, ikaw dyan, gano'n. Hindi po pwede yun. Okay? That is not allowed. So, forms of payment, to recap, mabilis tayo kasi 152 na. Okay, so we have, bawal po yun, cheque, pwede, pero may pag-usapan, and then tender, legal tender. Kahit yung ginawa sa Valenzuela, hindi po yun tama, yung centavos. Legal tender yung centavos na yun, pero it violate the essence of the law. And what is the essence of the law? To require less effort on the part of the employees and even convenience on them. Kaya nga sa iba, naka-brown envelope yun, typically tawagin sila, di ba? Aniela, envelope, Perma, Andrea, Elika, Franz, ganun. Hindi yung, or ATM, best din po yun. Kaya nga sa ATM, sa start pa lang, pag-apply mo, natanggap ka dyan, ay ma'am, okay po, fill up ka dito. Ma'am, ang sweldo pala natin dito, ATM, para ganito. Fill up ka, signature, parang ganun. So there's a consent there. And of course, that is also for your own convenience, di ba? Alangan naman ganyan, di ba? Pero, so that is on. And sinabi kanina ni Jare na 1 kilometer radius, that's correct. And under the law, the point or the time, the travel time of the employees from their work site to the ATM is compensable. Bilang po yun sa sabayad. And even then, the law requires also that if it's 1 kilometer, then the employer will provide for a transportation. Kaya nga minsan nakikita mo, nagta-travel ako palagi, tawag dito, bus, no? Nakikita mo pag stop, ang daming nakapila doon, tapos mayroong mga naka-service nila, hinahatid sila, pinapa-withdraw, tapos kinukuha naman. Okay? So that is on that. Ibar Zabal? Wala?
Sir?
Yes. Are you there?
Yes po.
Okay. Kailan ka dapat sweldohan?
In terms of wages po, it shall be paid at least once every 2 weeks po at or twice a month na intervals not exceeding 16 days po.
Usually, sa experience mo or sa naririnig mo, anong araw po yung sweldo?
Sa father ko po, every 16 month of the month po.
16th month of the month. Ikaw talaga, niloloko na kami.
16 po.
60, ulitin natin. Ang ganda pag, ako, sorry ha, ganun kasi yung anak ko, pag na-embarrass ako sa mga computer, kasi hindi ako masyado mahal, talaga inuulit niya. Pag siya naman na-embarrass, inuulit ko talaga. Ulitin natin ha, 16th month of the month, grabe, grabe. And then, 16th day of the month. So, depende po yan siya. Mayroon 5:20, narinig nyo yun. Mayroon din 15:30, mayroon din 10:25. It's up. The law does not require us to the date for as long as it speaks that it must have an interval of 50, not more than, ilan? Not more than 16 days, and that would be twice a month. Take note, they are employees. Iba naman yung mga consultant. Mga consultant kasi ito yung monthly paid. Sila, hindi sila employee. Because there is no employer relationship. Kaya lang, this topic is discussed on other book that is on labor relations. Okay. Now, pwede ba pakialaman ng employer ang sweldo ng employee? Pwede bang sabihin na, ay, Mary, mayroon po akong benta dito. Mo na, bili ka na. Pwede ba yan?
Sir, pa ulit po. Medyo mahina po kasi yung internet namin.
Okay. So, can an employer interfere with the salary or the wage and how the employee will spend his wage or salary?
No po, sir.
Under what provision?
No employer shall make payment or less frequently than once a month po. Hindi po nila pwede galawin yung kanilang payment po.
Okay, payment through banks. We've discussed for a while lang, Mary. Direct payment of wages. Dito tayo. Nagtatrabaho ka sa akin. And then, pumunta yung asawa mo sa accounting. Kasi nga, hindi ka na nagbibigay ng pera pang gastos. Can the HR or can the company be required by your husband to release your salary to him? Why? Why not?
In case po, kapag family naman po, pwede po siya basta may authorized siya in writing po.
Pwede, no? Pwede or kahit hindi family for as long as there is an authorization allowing that person to deduct or even to claim all your salary. Yun po yun. Pero pag wala po yun, kahit may utang ako sa'yo, Mary, tapos pupunta ako doon si Mary, ma'am, hindi na babayad si Mary, iba po usapan po yun. Na-discuss natin yan sa other subjects, no? Because again, direct payment of wages must be to the employee or employees himself kasi siya po yung nagtatrabaho doon. Kailangan talagang authorization in writing. Except lang kung, of course, patay na yung employee and by intestate succession and inheritance, it is the surviving heirs, the wife, that would be entitled to his salary. Now, how about sa deductions? Pwede ba mag-deduct ang employer? Oy, mayroon po tayong yung palaro sa Araneta. Suportahan natin yung team natin. Team Baka Sakali. Yan. Ngayon yung team natin pangalan, Team Baka Sakali. So, suportahan natin to. So, ngayon, ang ticket natin is tag 500. So, bibigyan kayo ng isa-isa dyan, i-deduct na lang sa sweldo nyo. Tama ba yun? Bakit? At kung hindi, anong batas? Provision.
Sir, ako pa rin po ba?
Yes. Hanggang matapos ito, ikaw na talaga.
Sir. Yung wage deduction po, no po. Dapat no employer in his own behalf or in behalf of any person shall make any deduction from the wages of his employees po. Hindi sila pwede. Tapos, in case of insured naman po, dapat may consent nila ng employee. At for union dues naman po, right po ng worker na magkuha ng authorized writing po. And then, in case where the employer is authorized by law, dun dapat siya, issued by the labor and employment po.
Pero sa batas, may mga mandatory deductions? Wala.
Yes po. Kunwari
Bigyan mo lang akong 3 Okay na ako.
SSS po, yung payments po doon. At deduction din po sa absences. Kapag hindi po, tawag dito parang hindi legitimate yung reason. At saka kasama po ata yung income taxes. Ayun po yung naalala ko sa
Yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mary. Huwag kang aalis. Aalis na to si Mary. Naririnig na natin yung talpaka na. Hindi. Marami palang mga nasa farm si Mary class, malawak yung kanilang ang tawag nito, cockfighting farm. Anyway, just kidding. So tama po si Mary, mga kaibigan, na there must be no prohibition sa wage except those mandatorily required by law as mentioned. Una, mga taxes, or like for example premiums on SSS because you are required to be a member of an SSS if you are privately employed. And what else? So, yun po yung sabi dito. Hindi po pwede, kasi sa'yo yan, hindi mo pwedeng pakialaman ang wage deductions, 113. We have discussed this already. Now, 13th month pay is mandatory. Yan. 13. Ano tong 13th month pay? Tawagin daw natin si John Velasquez. Wala si Jan, nagpapahinga pa, so wala na. Tawagin daw natin si Mon. Wala din si wala na to si Velasquez. Tantong ko, Mon, wala. We have C. Maria. Suralbo. Micaela. Santos.
Sir.
Si ano pa to? Si Jovil. Ikaw na dyan Gusto mo?
Sige po. Try lang po.
Sige. Para makapahinga ka na dyan. Pero huwag kang aalis dyan malapit na tayo matapos. Okay. So ano to 13th month pay?
Yung parang bonus ng mga employees na binibigay ng company within the after ng parang pang 12 month po binibigay yan bago magpasko.
Okay. So, anong computation ito? Paano ito i-compute? Sige. Willing to wait. Wait, basa-basa muna pag may time. Sunod dyan tatawagin ngayon si Santos Juvel. Wala si Santos Juvel. Wala siya. Sunod tatawagin, yun na, si Jan na yan ngayon. Sunod si San Juan. While you were reading San Juan, wala din. Hazel.
Sir, ano po, yung 112 po ng basic salary pay.
112. So, ako, nagtatrabaho po ako sa company mo. And then, 6 months pa lang ako. Ang sweldo ko is, litan na natin para madali i-compute, 10,000 per month. Okay? Let's just assume na valid po yung 10,000 per month. So ngayon, 6 months pa lang ako sa'yo kasi simula ko pa lang ng July, August, September, October, November, December. Sinabi mo December, magbigayan ng 13th month pay. Kasali ba ako?
Wait lang po, sir. Isipin ko lang po.
Sige. Wait lang. Basahin mo muna. Sayang. So, sunod si Sagon. Nandyan si Sagon, no? Lorraine, I could see you. Romero, Andrea is there also. Ramirez, Christine. That's there. Lucille is, just tell me if you're ready. Lucille, Punsalan. Okay na?
Ano po? Okay na po, sir. Ano po?
Sige. So, entitled ba ako?
Hindi po siya entitled. Entitled lang po siya dun sa 6 months na yun.
Okay, so entitled ako. Kaya lang hindi sa 12 months na ano,
Opo,
hindi sa 12 months na rate. So balik po tayo sa formula mo kasi ang formula mo is number of months divided by 12, diba? Number of months times your monthly salary divided by 12. So in our example, I receive a monthly salary of 10,000 for 6 months. Magkano 'yon?
6 months. 60,000 po in total.
60,000 divided by 12 months because there are of course 12 months in a year. So magkano matanggap ko? 60,000 divided by 12 months. Okay, thank you for
5,000 po.
Thank you. So yun po yung matatanggap ko. Thank you very much Santos Jan. Now,
Sige po, sir.
so
Thank you.
ang mag-aalis, tapos na tayo, tapusin na natin to. Yan. So, 13th month pay 112. So, iba po to sa Christmas bonus, ha? Ang Christmas bonus, hindi yan mandatory. Kaya lang, minsan, naiinis, na downhearted yung mga employees na wala tayong Christmas bonus ngayon. Kasi could you imagine, like for example, dati, if you're working here sa Makati, may 14th month ka na. There are only 12 months in a year, pero bibigyan ka ng 13th month. May 14th month ka pa, may Christmas bonus ka pa. So, could you imagine, may sweldo ka pa sa Disyembre. Isang buwan ka na sa Disyembre, plus 1 month sa 13th month, plus 1 month pa sa 14th month, mayroon pa pang Christmas bonus. Could you imagine? Times 4 agad sa December. Pag magsweldo ka na, let's say, 50,000, 200,000 agad. Tumpak na tumpak, no? So, depende rin yan sa practice ng company. Okay, so that is on 13th month pay. Coverage, we have discussed that already. So, computation, discuss that. Now, tanungin ko kayo si Lorraine.
Yes, sir.
Hi, good afternoon. Taxable ba yung income tax or may bracket ba? Ay, sorry. Income tax, 13th month. Taxable ba yung 13th month or may bracket lang?
Sir, based po sa ano po is generally exempted po yung 13th month pay po.
Okay. Pero may bago tayong train law natin. Anong sabi ng train law natin?
Pero po ano lang po, parang may bracket lang po. Parang
Okay.
90,000 po, yun po mag-start na may tax po.
Correct. So, dati kasi, not taxable yan siya. Kailang, there was a time when the government needs revenues. So, the BIR imposed this not the BIR but under the sa batas mismo na taxable, pero 82 ang bracket, no? So if you receive a 13th month beyond 82,000, the excess of 82 will be taxable. Pero ngayon itinaas na nila, 90,000 na po ang
taxable.
Now, okay, so that is our discussion on labor code, and the allied laws is the maternity leave. Ano yung maternity leave, Lorraine?
Sir, bali parang yan po yung parang sweldo po ng naming mga kababaihan. Either married po siya or kahit ano pong marital status po niya. Kahit nalaglagan na po siya, maaari pa rin po siyang makatanggap
ng
ng maternity leave benefits.
maternity leave benefit,
Cash allowance.
which yes, that's cash allowance, that's correct, no? So that is based also on your daily na natatanggap mo. Actually, itong minimum, ito yung maternity leave, ina-advance lang to ng employer. So dapat mag-notify ka muna, manganganak po ako sa ganito so that ma-process. And then pag leave mo, bigayan sa'yo. Until sa time makabalik ka. Ilang araw po?
Every, po sir?
Ilang araw every day?
Po?
Bilis.
First for delivery, po yun?
Pangpanganak. Ito ginugol time na tayo class nila rin eh. Tinatanong ko kung ilang araw pang-apat na panganak na agad araw muna tayo. Sa isang leave, sa isang pagpanganak mo, anak ka na. Tapos, ilang araw ka pwede mag-leave? Maternity.
Sir, po, based sa ko parang own lang po 6 months. 60 days po.
60 days. Ano yan, 60 days?
For normal delivery. Tapos
Okay.
78 days po sa cesarean po.
Okay, that's correct. That was before. Pero ngayon, si Duterte, binago yan ni Duterte. By Duterte, there's a new law that amended that portion. Ginawa na ngayong 105. So regardless of the nature of your magiging childbirth, it could be cesarean or normal delivery, you will be entitled to 105 days with pay. No? Could you imagine? So kayo mga babae, pag magpanganak kayo, mayroon na kayong 105. So pag magsweldo ka si 1,000 a day, grabe, 105,000 ang ibigay sa'yo. That is on maternity leave. Now, sinabi mo kanina, kailangan ba kasal? Pakasalan ka ng, kailangan mo pakita na kasal ka? Or what if boyfriend lang?
Hindi naman po, sir. As long as buntis ka, may matatanggap ka po talagang maternity.
Yes. As long as buntis ka at as long as member ka ng
Po ng
SSS. Ilang months ka dapat nagbayad bago ka ma-entitled nito?
Dapat po nasa 3 months po na contributions.
Okay, thank you, Miss Lorraine. Ang bilis magbasa. Grabe. Ang bilis talaga.
Buntis na, charot.
Nakikita namin yung mata mo, dalawa na pinaganon-ganon mo na para mahabol mo yung mga tanong. That's correct, no? That's correct. Pero Miss Sagun, wala ka last time eh.
Sorry po, attorney.
Okay lang yan.
Electricity po, prop.
Ako, sige lang. Bawi lang tayo. So, okay, bilis na tayo. 12:13. Promise ko sa inyo, 12:30. Okay, maternity leave. Yon po yung daily allowance sa mga babaeng member ng SSS na dahil sa kanilang magiging pagpapanganak nila, hindi sila makapagtrabaho. Kailangan mo muna magpa-register. And take note here, kahit self-employed ka pwede. Even if you are a self-employed, you could still avail of this. When you say self-employed, wala kang employer. You are the master of your own fate, the captain of your soul. Parang may business ka, but you need to register yourself as a self or voluntary member of SSS. And for this year, nanganganak ka, this year dapat 3 months member ka na ng SSS. Yan. So, kailangan po yan. 4 lang po, may limit po, hindi po unli. Sabi ng batas, pang-5 mo na yan, hindi ka na entitled niyan, 4 lang po. Yan. 100% po yan in advance. Rodrigo Duterte signed this Republic Act 11211, no? 210 rather, 105 na ngayon. And could you imagine, pag 105 ka, tapos solo ka pa, solo parent, ma-discuss natin yan, bibigyan ka pa ng additional 15-day with pay, no? So magiging 120 na. So kung 1,000 ang sweldo mo per day, tapos manganganak ka, tapos solo parent ka, it's either ma-discuss natin mamaya kung when can you say that you are a solo parent. So magiging 120 days ka na, so 120,000 agad dyan. But wag nyo gastusin. I have what you call this one? A nephew of my close friend. Ganun nga, solo parent ng anak, di 105,000. Naku, bata pa siya masyado, naubos ang pera kung ano-anong pinagbibili, di ba? Well, that's hers, pero ang point is, that's intended for your maternal care and that of the child. Kung anong binili, nagbili ng cellphone, nagbili ng aircon, nagbili ng laptop, there's nothing wrong with that, pero dapat bigyan din yung sa anak or mag-reserve kahit man lang kalahati, no? So, yun po. So, yun yung sa batas. 30 days pa. If hindi pa kaya, 30 days, but this time wala na pong pay. Maternity benefit. Yan, ganun. Romero.
Sir, good afternoon
Hi,
po.
good afternoon. Ano tong paternity leave?
Ito pong paternity leave, as sinasabi po ng batas na to na yung married male employee po, entitled po siya sa 7 days leave po with full pay po. For
So,
the first po,
Right. Continue.
ayun po, for the first 4 deliveries po.
So yung pinagkakaiba, the difference here is that mas stricto yung sa paternity leave. If you notice, a father must be married to a woman who is giving or will be giving birth. Hindi po pwede. So kung boyfriend ka lang, kung boyfriend ka, and then nanganak si girlfriend, hindi ka maka-avail ng paternity leave because under Republic Act 821-87, you must be married to that person. Or, if you are married to another, not to that girl, delikado po yun. The batas, the law will not tolerate that one. That's why it is restricted, limited only to those fathers whose legitimate or their spouses, or spouse rather, will give birth. That is on ilang days po?
7 days po, sir.
7 days po yan siya, no? So 7. What if, for example, Andrea, ako, asawa, ang aking asawang manganganak, pero nandun siya sa Visayas. Doon siya kasi na-assign siya. Dito ako sa Makati nagtatrabaho. Nag-file po ako ng paternity leave. Hindi po ako pinayagan kasi paano ko mag-paternity leave na dito ka lang naman, hindi ka naman palagay natin, hindi ako pupunta doon. Dito lang ako, gusto ko lang magpahinga. Pwede ba yon?
Yes po, sir. Even po hindi po physically living together yung mag-asawa po, entitled pa rin po yung male employee sa paternity leave benefit po.
That's correct. That's correct. So take note, male married employees. And then, regardless of status, you could be regular or you could be proby or kung ano mang yung mga status na classification, casual, still, you will be entitled to this benefit. Okay, now, Andrea, last question. Hindi po ako naka-avail. Ayoko kasi nandun naman si Mrs. ko sa sa Negros and ayoko na mag-avail. Sinabihan ko yung HR na 7 days rin po yun, sayang. I-convert ko na lang yan siya sa cash, tag 1,000, so that would be 7,000. Pwede ba yon?
Not po, sir. Hindi po pwede po.
Okay, bakit? Nakalagay dito, non-commutation of benefits. Kaganon din po sa vacation din. Kaya dapat i-avail po yan siya. Okay? Yan po ang sabi dito. So, hindi mo yan pwede na idagdag. Ay, last year, sa panganak ng asawa ko, hindi pa ako nakapag-leave. Ngayon, nanganganak sa pangalawa. So, 14 days, that is not the case. Thank you, Ms. Romero. Ramirez?
Hello po, sir.
Yes. Ano tong Solo Parent Act?
Yung sa Solo Parents Welfare Act po, it provides benefits and privileges po sa solo parents.
Paano natin masabi, o bigyan mo ko ng instances or instance na lang na you could tell that a person is a solo parent?
If po, yung if namatay po yung asawa niya or po,
Nakulong.
opo.
Okay.
Or,
Okay na.
sige.
Sige.
Or yung po, yung anak niya po is pwede ba sabihin, sir? Parang if na-rape po siya tapos
Pwede.
bunga po.
Kasi sa batas, actually, sabihin natin, sa ibang countries kasi, mayroon na yun pag may kahalayan na nangyari at nabunga, pwede yan sa ibang bansa na pwedeng i-abort. Sa atin kasi wala. So, regardless of the tragic experience, ganun po yun. So, minsan, may babae, kasi unwanted naman yun, nabibigay na iwan sa iba, so ganun po yun. So, now, ngayon, yung solo parent, apply sa mga babae lang to?
Hindi po, sir.
Pwede rin sa mga...
po sa lalaki po.
Lalo na pag iniwan ng mga babae, no, kami,
Yes.
iniiwan kami ng mga, ako, solo parent ako ngayon. Si Mrs. nasa Ireland, solo parent talaga, hindi. Ano lang. So yun po yun. So avail po yan siya. I'll go back to you. So we have here Republic Act, solo parent. Kasi ang dati kasi, ang mga solo parent kasi, dinidiscriminate sa work. Diba? Dinidiscriminate yan sila sa work. Na, ano ba yan? Ganito. Okay. So, Ramirez, no? Thank you. Punsalan?
Good afternoon po, sir.
Good afternoon. Okay, so anong benefit dito sa solo parent?
Sir, pwede din po sila mag-parental leave po.
Ilang
At
araw?
7 days po.
And of course, with pay.
Opo.
Okay. What else? So we have here solo parents, very self-explanatory, no? Child, we have the definition of terms: a solo parent, a woman gives birth as a result of rape, or a parent also because of the death of the other spouse, or ang isa iniwan talaga for one, nakulong, and then so on and so forth. So ganun po yung parents solo. Okay. May isang babae, tapos nanganak, and then hindi siya yung nag-aalaga. Pinaalagaan niya sa kanyang pinsan. Yung pinsan niya pwede ba mag-avail ng solo parent act ng benefits?
Hindi po, sir.
Okay. Pakibasa ng number 8.
Unmarried mother, father who has performed to keep and rear his children instead of having other care for them or give up to further institution po.
So meaning, if sa akin naiwan po yun, pwede rin ako ka-avail ng solo parent act for as long as nakalagay dito na you are related by first cousin kayo or fourth civil degree. Parental leave. Thank you, Poncelan. Pedrea? Leia?
Hello po, sir.
Hi. Anong ibig sabihin ng flexible work schedule?
Ito po yung parang binibigay din po sa mga solo parents na entitled po sila na parang minsan malate ng pagpasok po sa work kasi nga po given na solo parent lang po sila lang po yung nag-aalaga sa bata sa bahay po.
That's correct. So we know already that there's a normal hours of work, but under the law, employers are reminded not to be strict about implementing this insofar as solo parents are concerned, because under the law their maternal conditions are considered situations. That's why there is this flexible work schedule. Ulaya, Neri, Jessica,
Good afternoon po, sir.
good afternoon.